Okay, I'm here at the State Gallery in Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm interviewing an artist, Adele Todd, with a work called Patrimony. So Adele, what do you think this work will do? What will it achieve?
It's a difficult question because you never know what your work can do, but for me, what it's done for me is it has set up a new way of working, a new way of seeing. So that is the large aspect of what it's done for me. What it will do for the public is another matter. That's always relative.
Do you consider your work nationalistic?
In some way it does. It's not the initial intention, but what happens a lot of the time is what I do is that because I'm looking at real situations, looking at what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago specifically, it does veer towards politics at times, as this work has done.
And you've used a material that's quite common. A lot of, I don't want to use the word feminist artists use it, but as a form of embroidery. This is kind of unusual because it's not the traditional way of how someone will embroider a piece of work.
That's true. And to me that's a breakthrough in my work at this time. Deciding that I wanted to do something dimensional, still using thread. And the idea came to me to create this, what I call dimensional embroidery, using wire, twisting the wire, placing thread over the wire to create this form. It's okay to call it feminist, yes. Embroidery is considered very feminine in many cultures, the women embroider. And I fell into embroidery because of teaching, wanting a place to do my work without having to worry about having a studio space. And the embroidery was good because I could work anywhere I wanted to. And I continue to use it for that fact that it is such a portable medium. And it actually gives me a lot of freedom.
Being an artist from the Caribbean and Trinidadian as well, do you think that you are able, or artists from the Caribbean can make it on the international level?
Of course, of course. I think what is wonderful about art today is that it doesn't matter where someone comes from, it's their ideas. And that gives us artists like Alicia Salgado. The names are tripping off my tongue at the moment, but there are a number of artists from all over the world whose works I've looked at, read about, who I don't really care where they come from, I care about what they do.
Another thing in the Caribbean, people who make that decision as a career move to be an artist, you know, they get a lot of flack because it's something that a lot of people, I think probably internationally, believe that you can't make a living, you can't survive. Only a minute 1.1% of one make it. What makes an artist successful?
This is a question that I think about from time to time, because I am one of these artists who has supplemented their work with other forms of employment. For example, my professional training is graphic design. I got my degree in that. I think that it's a number of things. It is getting your work seen out there by the right people who can then exhibit it, who can encourage others to buy it. Because at the end of the day, it's a commodity and it's a thing to be purchased. And unfortunately, people only see that the other end of it where the Van Gogh goes for $15 million, $20 million, and they assume that the artist is making millions of dollars, or his family. And that's not necessarily always the case. I think we've come a long way with that, but we need to go a lot further, because quite obviously there are people who can make a living doing it exclusively and others who definitely can't. And that is a bit unfortunate, because the ones who definitely can't, I'm sure they are no less creative, no less deserving of opportunity to make work and to show than those who do it full time. And it's a constant balance, a constant struggle to make these decisions, but c'est la vie, that is life.
Has your work, in your career, has your work influenced other artists?
Yes, I've seen my work influence other people, and
yeah, well, other people.
That's been very, very flattering, very nice. I think one of the nicest things is when people go, oh gosh, you did that, and you don't even know the person, and that is pretty nice.
So what's next after this exhibition?
After Patrimony, I am doing a show on what I call the delicate, prickly embrace that is female sexuality. It started out as a look at girls and sexuality because of the Akon controversy when he was in Trinidad, and the girl who went up on stage and was dancing with him, and it caused a lot of discussion. And prior to that, I had been looking at the kind of material that teenagers were putting on their homes, and that encouraged me to look at the field. And that's what happens with my work a lot. What happens is things happen locally and they trigger something in me, and I say, why does that happen? And I then proceed to research it, and so my next show shall be called Stealing, the prickly embrace of the female sexuality.
Okay, well, thank you, Adele, and I wish you all the best with your exhibition, Patrimony.
Thank you.
And thank you.